Hi, I'm Annie, and I want to start this YouTube channel. I wanted to start it for a very long time to talk about life as an INFJ and how it is to work in the corporate world, um, and how relationships are, how life has been, and all these things that the lessons that I'm learning, mm, even hair care or developing the sensory experiences, developing a sense of reality, uh, getting out of my intuitive mind into the real world most of the time, and how my experience has been with therapy, with family, friends, romantic relationships, career, and basically just anything. I'm 29 years old right now, and I'm from Pakistan. I grew up in Pakistan and I'm living in Turkey. And um, I think I have a lot to share, and I have wanted to do this for a very long time. I see a lot of really incredible people online on YouTube. I've learned a lot from them, and I feel like even if my video reaches to one person, it helps one person. I'll be really, I'll be really glad. I think my task is done. So I want to start this YouTube channel with this one corporate event that I recently went to. And I am basically, I have masters in data science, and I'm being trained as a supply chain consultant. So I am a data scientist and a supply chain consultant right now, with like a SaaS company, software as a service. So all of these things um, are extremely, incredibly difficult for me to um, to comprehend. Uh, Let me explain that. So while I was at this event, I realized that I was getting so, I guess, triggered, and I was feeling so small, and I was feeling like I don't belong. And I always feel like that when I'm at some corporate event, some organizational event. I always feel a sense of lack of belongingness, and that other people understand something that I don't. So I have been doing this research in MBTI for years now, and if you don't know, there are the cognitive functions of each uh, personality type. As an INFJ, my primary function is introverted intuition, and my secondary function is extroverted feeling. These are the kind of functions that would make you a good writer, a psychologist, because when you lead with intuition, um, you start to see patterns. You think more intuitively rather than more logically. You see everything in the world around you as one big connected whole, and you can almost perceive the future sometimes because you can see the patterns, you can see how things unfold, and they seem very weird to people. When you talk, they seem very weird to people because this is not something that as a society is considered normal. But I'll explain what that means. So my third function is introverted thinking, and then the fourth function is extroverted sensing, right? So what that means is that with introvert, like if I have to do data analysis, if I have to do problem solving, if I have to go out into the world, get some stuff done, basically I have to go to my third and fourth function, uh, get out of my comfort zone of always analyzing patterns, seeing like introverted intuition, extroverted feeling. I have to start forming a sense of, I guess, logical pattern of thinking, like problem solving, which is a bit of introverted thinking. I would say, of course, that's more extroverted thinking, but introverted thinking, if you, I guess, organize it in a way that can solve problems, that can analyze data, I guess. Like all these other things, you can start developing them, because I have developed them over the years. And then extroverted sensing, I guess, would be uh, getting stuff done in the real world, taking care of yourself, things that I developed after the age of 22 or something. I didn't even develop these uh, extroverted things. Like, I didn't really care about what I was wearing. I couldn't even get out of my head to think about the real world, think about fashion, think about social expectations, how people perceive me and everything. So yeah, at this corporate event, I realized I was feeling extremely out of place and extremely uncomfortable, totally out of my comfort zone. Like, I just wanted to run away. It was like a wretched feeling I was feeling inside myself. And because I know MBTI, I understand why that is now. Because these corporate events are basically very heavy extroverted thinking, introverted sensing events. Like, they are anything that's very organizational, bureaucratic, corporate. They are TE, extroverted thinking. That's the main function you need to organize a society. And introverted sensing is a function you need, that's like attention to details, getting stuff done, and structure and routine and scheduling and all these things that are the trickster and the demon functions. You know, uh, they are incredibly painful to sit with, incredibly difficult for an INFJ to sit with, and to remain grounded in your own self, because it's very common since I was like a child to lose myself in such environments. I would feel small, I couldn't speak anymore, I didn't have confidence anymore. But now that I'm 29, I am able to talk. Uh, I am able to stay in myself because I understand where I am. I understand that the environment I'm in is not made for someone like me. It's not structured for people who have sensing types and thinking types as their dominant functions, you know. So I'm looking at my notes over here. Basically, um, another thing that I learned through this experience was that having NIFE, it helped me almost perceive and adopt that TESI environment. If I have a stronger sense of self now as a 29-year-old person, I have a very strong sense of self now. And also, I would say therapy played a part in it, because I always felt I lose my sense of reality. It's very painful. And also, getting anything done, for example, doing masters in data science, doing anything, it puts me in a state of depression. Getting out of bed is so difficult because it's not easy for me to do these things. It's not normal for me to to mm, to do things that seem like a normal expectation. It's like it's not too much expectation from a person. But assigning therapy helped me ground myself in my own um, identity, like strengthen my own inner voice, strengthen my own sense of self, my own ideas, and know that I have some value as well. I don't have to adapt 100% to the outside world. So when I and now at this point in my life, with age, experience, therapy, when I was in this TESI world, I was extremely uncomfortable. Firstly, I recognized that I'm in a very uncomfortable environment, extremely painfully wretched feeling. And then I was able to do some sort of NIFE. I was able to adopt it. I sat with that discomfort, and it was almost like somehow there was like this electricity that just uh, TESI is extremely electric um, functions. I suddenly wanted to go back to my room, start making YouTube videos. I have been scared of starting a YouTube channel. I wanted to just go out in the world and do everything I ever wanted to do. And I was like, why have I been so afraid? I even forgot why I have felt so afraid of starting a YouTube channel. So that's something that I think is incredibly important. Like, I think for an INFJ to expose ourselves to a bit of TESI, to the real world, corporate world, maybe even like get job in there, understand how the things work, but perhaps have a very good support system, therapy, family, friends, people who really love you, understand you. Because as an INFJ, you need that. You need that love, that warmth. Otherwise, because we are an IFE, we need, um, also as humans, we need people who support us. We need a sense of community. So, yeah, basically, that's everything I wanted to talk about so far. I think I will do a video on how I have developed different functions in my life and in my personality, and uh, about past and about how all the events um, have led me to making the decisions I did, and uh, basically struggles and how I overcame the struggles, how I'm still recovering from the struggles. So this is the structure of my YouTube channel, and I really hope it helps anyone, someone out there. Thank you for listening.